lovelies, thank you so much for stopping about me today. I really appreciate all the support that you guys have been giving. Now I'm going to start off with my brows, and I'm going to use the MAC Velux brow pencil in the shade Taupe. This is more of a powdery pencil, and it's more on the cool tone. I like my brows to be more cool tone, more of a rather than a warm tone. Okay, now I just fill in my brows and brush it out just to blend out the pencil. Then I'm gonna conceal, and I'm using the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Chestnut, and I'm gonna use this to clean up the bottom part of my brow and also all over my eyelid to serve as an eyeshadow base. Okay, now after spreading this all over my eyelid, and then after spreading it out with the same brush that we used to clean out the brows, I'm then going to take another blending brush and just use this to blend out the edges, just to make sure that everything is nice and seamless. And it also makes for a smooth blend. Okay, now I'm going to take my Laura Mercier powder, and I'm going to use this to just lightly dust over the concealer just to set it in place. And then I'm going to go into my Born to Run palette, and I'm going to take these two shades of my transition, which is the Baja and the Riff. I'm going to blend those two shades right in the crease, and you're just going to build this up to the intensity that you want. I think I dip like twice in the product and then just blend back and forth and just diffuse this out. Then I'm also going to go into this darker shade called Punk, which is more of a brown. It looks like a cool tone brown. I'm going to take this on the outer corner of my eyelid and also blend it halfway in the crease. Okay, so just like you guys see me doing there, do back and forth motion, little circular motion, just blend out this color until it's seamless, until you get it to your likings. Okay, and we're keeping it simple, so this is about how much of a blending I'm gonna do. Then I'm gonna take this color called Radio, which is like a very pretty turquoise color, and I'm gonna place this all over my eyelid, just right over the area where we didn't blend any shadow, and just blend it back into that darker brown that we did. So oh yes, and that pigmentation finally hit me. Like, the shadow is so pigmented, it goes on so easily. This is a brush, and normally sometimes, you know, with certain colors, certain shimmers, the brush doesn't give you the best payoff, but this definitely did. And then after doing that, I take back the same brush with a little bit of the dark brown color, which is Punk, and just lightly blend out the edges so that, you know, everything just diffuse and blend nice and smoothly. Then I'm going to take my MAC brush stroke liner in the shade Brush Black, and I'm going to use this to line my top lash line. And then I'm also going to tight line using Graph Black eyeliner from MAC. And then I'm going to put some glue onto the lashes and then start with my skin. Now I'm going to prep my T-zone where I get oily with the Makeup Forever Step 1 primer, and then I decided that I'm going to add a little bit more zhuzh to this look. So I'm taking these liquid dazzle shadow from MAC, and this is in the shade Blinking Brilliant. It's like a wet gold glittery liquid eyeshadow. I just place them on the back of my hand and then use my finger to lightly press it on top of the shadow. You could use the wand, but I use my fingers because I get more control and get it to like lightly, not overpowering the shadow, but just slightly just provide like a glaze and give it this like a wet look when I use my fingers. And then for the areas that my finger is going to get to, I use the same brush that I used to put on the green shade. And then now I'm going to move into foundation, and for this I'm taking my favorite winter foundation. As you know, this is the Maybelline Liquid Mousse foundation in the shade 130 Cocoa, and I'm going to use this to blend all over my face. This time I only used 3 pumps because I was going for more of like a medium coverage, and I'm just going to blend this all over. Be sure if you're wearing a headband to move it back and blend your foundation, or else you're going to end up with a line. Now I'm taking the same LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Chestnut. I'm going to place this under my eye, the bridge of my nose, a little bit of the center of my forehead, my Cupid's bow, and my chin area. Then I'm going to take my damp beauty blender and just blend this out. Okay, this concealer is very easy to blend, and it's not a very like matte concealer from what I have experienced with this concealer. It gives you more of a glowy finish and doesn't dry down very easily. So if you do have really dry skin, this is a great concealer for you. And with that being said, I forgot to put on my lashes. Normally I put the glue on after I, do my eyeliner. I put the glue on, and then by the time I finish with foundation, I will be applying my lashes, but I forgot this time, so I'm going to be applying my lashes before I actually set this concealer. But what I'm doing is just taking back the bottom part of the sponge that we use the foundation, just to diffuse out all these areas, blend out the ends of the concealer so that everything is nice and blended. And then now that I remember about my lashes, I'm going to take some mascara onto my real lashes and then just apply the falsies, okay? And as I said, you could see I didn't set the concealer and it still looked very glowy and not creasy, but because it's still not dry, I could go back with the sponge and just press it out, just blend it out, and then just press some powder lightly onto it. Now I do not bake, as you guys know, so I'm just gonna press some powder and dust it away, and that's pretty much it. Now I'm going to put my Laura Mercier powder everywhere where we place concealer, which is under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, everywhere where we place the concealer. And in my last video I did put it over the foundation also, but I'm not going to do that in this video because I'm going for more of a like glam natural look, so I'm not looking to pack on too much powder or too much coverage. So I'm just lightly going to take my L'Oreal True Match powder in the shade C8 and just go over all the other areas where we didn't set with the Laura Mercier powder, just to smooth out everything and set it in place, because this is a glowy foundation, a glowy concealer. The only thing matte that I put on so far is the primer and the Laura Mercier powder. Now I'm going to go into my It's My Ray Ray and BH Cosmetics collaboration and take the darkest contour color in there. This color is so dark, y'all. It makes a perfect defined contour, and the undertones, ooh, I love it. I wish they would sell this contour color individually. I went onto their website checking for it, but yeah, it is so pretty. And I'm also using one of the brushes from our collection. I'm going to leave the number on the screen, and I'm going to take this powder under my cheekbones, my jawline, and I want to emphasize that you have to blend a little bit more with this powder, especially if you don't dust it off before you apply it on your face, because it is really dark and it tends to just stick once you put it on, because it's kind of a creamy powder. I don't know how to describe it, but you have to blend, okay? So that's why I'm spending a little extra time to blend under my jawline so that you don't see that line of demarcation under my jawline, okay? Then I'm going to take whatever left on the brush, the sides of my nose, and then I'm going into my favorites, of course, which is the MAC in Extreme Dimension blushes in the shade Hard to Get and Telling Glow. I take Hard to Get first, starting on the apples of my cheeks and blending it back into the contour, and then I take Telling Glow and just go on the higher points of my cheeks, and that's it for my blush slash highlight. And just in case you're wondering why I love these two so much, it's because they give you such a very nice and natural, soft, like blended, oily finish highlight. So that's why I like to use those two blushes. And now I'm gonna take this darker color under my lash line, and this is the shade Jet from the same Born to Run palette. I'm just gonna blend it really close and tight under my lash line, and then I'm gonna take the color Hell Ride, which is like a matte rose pink, a deep rose pink, and I'm going to use that to just smooth out the edges of the black. And then I'm going to take some mascara, and this is the MAC in Extreme Dimension mascara, and I'm going to use this to just add some mascara to my bottom lashes. And then we're moving into brows. I'm just going to set my brows using some clear brow gel from MAC, and then I'm going to take back the same liquid eyeshadow in Blinking Brilliant, and I'm going to use that to highlight my inner tear duct. And I did layer it like twice just to get it to look a little bit brighter in the inner corner versus like on the lid. And then I'm moving into lips, and I'm taking MAC Chestnut Lip Liner. I'm going to use this to line my entire lip, the outer part of my lip. And I also like to blend the lip liner a little bit in on my lips. And then I'm going to take one of my favorite lip glosses. This is a MAC Cream Sheen Lip Gloss. Yep, in the shade Delight. That's one of my favorite lip gloss ever. It's more of a pinky, a soft pink color lip gloss, and I'm just gonna apply this all over my lips. I'm gonna go a little ham because that's just how I love gloss. I love my lips to be glossy. When I'm wearing gloss, I wear gloss, okay? So I'm gonna apply a few layers and then just press my lips together. And then do one last very important thing, which is run some black liner over your lash band just in case the glue didn't dry clear. And yeah, this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Don't forget to thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Until next one, bye guys.